Welcome back, everybody, to Mildly Entertaining. I'm Void,
I'm Jack.
and today it's malicious compliance. I have wanted to say mildly infuriating, but we literally just recorded that episode yesterday.
We did, and it was.
I remember none of it.
That's okay. There's video evidence.
Is there?
There should be. You recorded it.
Anyway, I have 4 posts for us today, so not very long.
Yeah.
The first one is my brother in law told me to stop asking where everything goes in his house and just use common sense. My sister and her husband bought a house last fall, and ever since then, visiting them has felt like walking into a very nice Airbnb run by one irritated man. He has a rule for everything, but only after you break it. Shoes by the bench, except not that side of the bench because that side is for the dog leash. Mugs in the blue cabinet, except not the front half because those are for guests. Dish towels on the oven handle, except one of them is decorative somehow. Last weekend, I was there helping my sister paint the spare room, and by noon, I had already been corrected 4 times for putting things in the wrong place. When I asked where he wanted the paint tray washed, he sighed and said, "You don't need a guided tour every 10 minutes. Just use common sense and act like you live here." So I said, "Okay." I really did say it nicely because at that point I was getting annoyed too. So I acted like I lived there. I rinsed the tray in the big utility sink. So I guess in the laundry room.
Yeah.
Used the roll of paper towel under it, put the dog food scoop back in the bin with the food, and stacked the dried dishes in the cabinet that was literally next to the sink. About 20 minutes later, he comes downstairs looking like his soul had left his body. The paper towels were apparently for garage spills only. The scoop cannot touch the food because of germs, even though it lives in the food bin and has to touch it to scoop said food.
Yeah.
And the cabinet I used was not for plates, it was for serving pieces. My sister started laughing so hard she had to sit on the stairs. He said I was being smart with him, and I told him no, I was using common sense and acting like I lived there. Now there are labels inside half of the kitchen, which honestly seems definitely easier for everybody. You just solved a problem, honestly.
I was gonna say that's how you get it done, yo.
Yeah. You saw a problem, and I'm like, hey, I've got a solution for you.
You're not gonna like my solution,
I,
but I got one.
I, if you have a house like this is fine. There's nothing wrong with it if you can upkeep with making it look Pinterest perfect. But I hate houses like that. I want to see a home that's lived in with a blanket strewn around and maybe some kids' toys or dog toys or, cat stuff.
Or the actual dog.
Yeah, even. Or just like a stray coffee mug or 10 because, God forbid, you remember to grab it as you get up to go to the kitchen.
That's like I hate those people who come over to your house and then complain there's dog fur on everything. The dog lives here.
You don't. I'm not opposed to putting my pets away for guests, but don't complain I have them or you can leave.
Yeah. Like, of course there's dog fur on everything. The dog lives here.
I will say,
Or the cat.
having
Or the cat
said
lives here.
that, there are people. There was like a huge thing a few years ago. It probably still is. I just don't care. That where it's like, my pet lives here, you don't, so it can be around. And I'm like, Yes
you have
and
like,
no.
yeah, like
If you're
you
just
should
being a
still try to
straight
make,
up, yeah, guest comfortable.
yeah,
But if you're
because
gonna
maybe
be
your guest is
allergic,
allergic or,
scared, and actually
right.
scared,
So, you try to make some reasonable accommodations.
but if they're just gonna be a genuine about it, my animal's just gonna stay out. Or if they're
Yeah,
looking like that thing just touched them, then there's the door.
I
Because of
might throw
like
you at it.
dirt or germs or something stupid like that, you know?
I'm just gonna look
Unless
at him
they
like,
have a germ phobia, then like you're just not going to be in my house anyway. So
I'm just gonna look at him and like, you just shook my hand after it licked it, so, and all I did was wipe it on my jeans.
I just I want my guests to be comfortable in my home, but I want the people and the souls that live in my home comfortable as well.
Yes.
It's not catering one or the other. It's finding a good balance. Um. Anyway, Venom
Okay.
sprinkles. That's who posted this. Venom sprinkles.
I love that name.
Yes, that is
You have the
perfect.
best name,
You know what?
sir, madam.
Upvote.
Vote for the name.
Yeah, this is the first upvote ever, and we gave it specifically because of the name.
Literally just because of the
Yeah.
name.
Next post. My friend stayed overnight. Parents told us don't wake them up for anything. When I was about 7 years old, my best friend came to stay overnight on the weekend as usual. Right before bed, my parents told us not to wake them up for anything. You got it, Mom and Dad. So our festivities included the ultimate 90s kiddo experience, video games and snacks until our eyes couldn't be held up anymore. I still do that today.
Hmm.
I'm 35. It just goes to show adults are just giant children. Some of us just have more responsibilities than me. My friend's snack choice happened to be an entire box of Cheez Its, which apparently he was not built for, unbeknownst to the both of us. Lactose intolerant, maybe? That was until he gurgled up.
or given their age, I would probably say eyes bigger than their stomach.
I feel like maybe they might have exaggerated on the entire box of Cheez Its, and maybe like that was between all of them. But we'll go on.
Yeah.
That was until he gurgled up, saying, I think I'm going to be sick. And sick he was. Over half of the futon we always checked out for him was covered in orangey clear evidence of a great night overindulging on the crispy, salty square. He curled up in the only spot that was left for the last time that futon could provide. My parents only had this to say: why didn't you wake us up? We could have cleaned it and saved the futon. I never saw my friend eat Cheez Its again. Rip Cheez Its.
Rip futon.
What do you mean, why didn't you wake us up? You told us not to wake you up for anything. They never said that
Anything.
again, though. I guarantee it.
Yeah, because it doesn't say it, but that's what he said. You said
Mm-hmm.
don't wake you.
Oh, yeah.
Now they can't be mad either.
No.
He did what they said.
I just want to say how smart a 7-year-old is to be maliciously compliant.
To be fair, at 7, you're usually accidentally maliciously compliant.
Quite fair, but it still hits.
Because like he didn't say, oh, I should probably wake my parents, and then go, oh no, wait, they told me not to, so I guess we're destroying the futon today. He just
Didn't.
kept going.
Yeah.
To be fair, he probably forgot he'd even been told that until they said that the next day.
Most likely. Most likely.
This is what makes kids awesome.
Yeah.
They do that's amazing on accident.
Next post.
Next post.
Told us not to turn off the power unless he explicitly said to turn off the power. So we didn't. Who? Who told you? Is it them? Did they tell you?
I know.
You know, them. Childhood story time from 30 plus years ago. Oh my god, you have the memory of an elephant.
This is probably just really funny. So,
Yeah, they probably share it constantly, so it's just always
yeah.
remembered. We lived in this old farmhouse for a couple of years. Mother wanted a better light source in the kitchen, so her boyfriend at the time volunteered to install a new light over the sink. Claimed he knew what he was doing. Told us children that we could turn off the power at the fuse box when he was ready to start. He was very explicit in his instructions. Don't touch the fuse box unless I tell you to turn off the power. Understand? Only flip the breaker when I say turn off the power. We repeated our instructions back to him and stated we understood. Flip the breaker when you say turn off the power. Got it. So he gets ready to start and calls out, turn off the lights. Well, the fuse box to the house is next to the light switch for the living room, and he'd been quite explicit about when to turn off the power. So we kind of shrugged at each other and reached over to the light switch and turned off the lights. Lights are off, was our reply. Nice flash of sparks and some cursing a few seconds preceded him storming in trying to get all mad about getting shocked. Mother interceded and pointed out that he told us not to touch the breaker unless he said turn off the power, and asked him what he'd told us to do. He admitted saying lights instead of power. He spent a few hours trying to wire the new light before giving up. Mom got an elder from church to come out and look at it. He fixed it in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Everything
funny.
about that story was just, it kept getting better.
Better and better and better. They understood the instructions, but did he?
They understood the instructions. He just gave the wrong one. You know you fucked up when even the woman you're dating comes in and goes, no,
Nuh
sweetie, this is what you said. This is what they did. Go back and try again.
I would have just Gibbs smacked him.
Well, this is, 30 plus years ago. They probably didn't know about the Gibbs smack back then.
No, there's no probably. They did not.
Yeah, so.
No. Yeah, 20 years ago ish is when it NCIS started, so yeah.
Yeah, so this was before the Gibbs smack.
30 years ago, I was 5. True story.
Yes.
Anyway, last post.
Yay!
He said nobody touches the price tags without his personal check and present. So we didn't. I used to work at a small retail place where the owner had this habit of making one big dramatic rule every time he caught the tiniest mistake. One week, somebody printed a shelf label with the wrong promo date on it. Nothing huge, easy to fix, took maybe 2 minutes. Instead of just telling us to be careful, he came in annoyed and said from now on, nobody changes any price tags, promo signs, or labels without his personal check and present. He said it twice because he liked hearing himself say stuff like that. We all knew this was we all knew this was stupid because he wasn't there half the time and prices changed constantly. But fine. His store, his rule. I asked him right there what we should do if a promo ended while he was gone and the old tag was still up. He goes, leave it. If I haven't checked it myself and I'm not here, you don't touch it. Real clear, real confident.
Nah,
He's
that's
about to
gonna
get
come
his
back to bite you in the ass.
he's about to get his ass handed to him on a silver platter.
This is gonna go wonderfully. How much money did you lose, motherfucker?
So that's exactly what I did. A couple of days later, one of the weekend promos ended, and the old discounted price was still sitting on a pretty popular item near the front. Normally, I would have swapped the tag in under a minute and moved on with my life. Instead, I left it there because I had very recently been informed that touching price labels without his personal check and presence was apparently a crime. People started grabbing the item and bringing it up front, expecting the lower price. Why do I want to keep saying price? It's not even a word.
Because you're weird.
I explained that the shelf still showed the promo price and I needed him there to check and approve any label change. Since the tag was on display, we had to honor it for the customers who'd already picked it up. This happened again and again. By the time the owner finally showed up later that day, we'd sold a decent stack of them at the expired promo price. He saw the label, got pissed, and immediately asked why nobody had changed it. I just repeated his exact rule back to him. Nobody touches the price tags without your personal check and presence. You said leave it if you hadn't checked it yourself, and you weren't here. He stood there for a second, like he was trying to find a loophole in his own sentence, and then said, well, obviously I didn't mean this. Yeah, I know. That's what made it funnier.
That's why this is funny.
After that, the rule quietly changed into use common sense and message me if it's a big one, which amazingly was the normal policy before he decided to perform management in front of everyone.
Oh,
Got his ass handed
what
to
head?
him because that was a loss of money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because he obviously already paid for the product.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That's what a dumbass.
Yeah.
You deserve that.
He did. And I did say this guy was about to get his ass handed to him on a silver platter. And it happened. Very, very nicely
he tried to use.
Polished silver. The very one he uses every day to talk.
Yeah. Like, just don't micromanage. You'll be a lot better off.
Yeah. I think there are some instances where you would have to. I feel like there's an exception for every rule. Or for most rules. But in this case, you're just being you're just making an ass of you and me.
Mostly just you.
Mm. I'm not there, so yeah.
No, yeah. Because, I mean, this whole thing started just because he got about a simple fix.
Yeah.
Misprinted label. He hadn't even put it on the shelf yet. He probably picked it up off the printer and went, oh, printed the wrong one.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah. And could have just went, well, I'll go back and print the other one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no.
He had to micromanage. You know what it was? He felt stupid.
He is stupid, so
yeah.
he felt appropriate.
But he didn't like that he felt like that in front of somebody, so, his ego won out. And it sounds like that happens a lot with him.
Yeah, that's probably not an uncommon occurrence.
My guy, you need to get that ego under control.
Add a G to that ego so it becomes a waffle and eat it.
Add a G to your ego so it becomes an Eggo and you eat that.
Eat that because Eggos are awesome.
I wouldn't know. I've
But
never actually had an Eggo waffle.
I, I can't really say because
You also haven't.
no, I have. But like to
Well,
me,
thank
a
you.
waffle is a waffle. It's kind of like the Cokes. It doesn't matter what the brand is. I can mix and match them, and they all taste the same.
Unless
There's
you
no.
go to
I am
McDonald's.
probably pissing off a lot of people,
Oh, you are. But it's fine.
and I am okay with that.
Let me add to the fire. I hate Diet Coke. But I
I can
love Coke Zero.
I can drink it if it's cold, but I can't do Diet Coke
I
warm. It
cannot
gets
do Diet Coke at
aftertasty.
all.
But if I have a choice in the matter, I'm gonna go regular anyway.
Let me add even more fuel to the fire. I cannot drink hot coffee. It has to be a cold brew.
That's probably not as much fuel as you think it is.
No, but it's already a raging inferno.
That's true.
Besides, we
You
can't single people out.
probably just threw like a little cherry bomb
Oh,
in it or something though.
I don't like orange juice, but I love Sunny D. Of course, it's artificially flavored, but whatever.
I mean, that's basically still orange juice though.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that's so weird, right? I can't stand orange juice. It's not a pulp or no pulp thing. It's orange juice. But I love Sunny D.
well, I eat
Explain it.
tomato products, but I don't eat tomatoes, so. And it's not that I
You
dislike tomatoes. I just don't
you
like tomatoes.
you
They're
eat
bland.
tomato products.
That's what I said.
It sounded like you said you hate tomato products. So I
No, I
just want to
eat.
put that out there.
No, I eat them. I eat tomato sauce,
Um,
ketchup. I eat that shit. Usually with something else. I don't just like guzzle ketchup and snort tomato sauce or anything.
what is something that's like that for me?
I don't know that you have anything like that.
Yeah, I eat generally. I'm not very picky.
No,
So, oh, I can't drink hot coffee, but I love drinking hot chocolate. It's the fact that it's hot. I don't like a lot of hot beverages. I prefer cold.
be fair too though. Hot coffee, if you don't like, you have to make hot coffee be sweet, but hot chocolate just starts that way.
It's irrelevant though, I think.
Because that's true. Because you don't drink hot tea either.
No, I don't.
No, you only drink iced tea,
Yeah.
which is which is good. I mean, that's
Well,
not a
yeah,
bad thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like, I can
Nothing
drink some
about
hot
this is
teas,
bad. But I
and
can't
I
even
can
drink room temperature drinks. It's just, it has to be colder than my soul.
I can drink most room temperature drinks with one exception. Can't drink Sundrop at room temperature.
I will take something out of the refrigerator, like it's been there a couple days, like it's proper cold, right? And I will put ice in it and make it colder. And I won't always do this because I have to make the ice, and I'm far too lazy for that. We
I
don't
don't know
have
that
one of
the
the fancy fridges with the ice makers on it, okay?
I don't know that the ice makes it colder or if it just preserves the cold longer.
Probably both.
Maybe. I'm kind of leaning towards the latter though. Like it does more of the keeping it cold longer than it actually makes it colder.
There's got to be something that I don't like that I'll eat strawberries. I don't like. Now, mind you, the fresh strawberry I tried was store bought, so like take that in consideration. But
So
I
fresh
love.
is, conjecture.
But like mom thought it was sweet, but I hated it. And we ate out of like the same bin, right? But I
Yeah.
love strawberry flavored things. But that's like I love watermelon flavored things, but I don't like watermelon because it tastes like water. Not even sweet water, just water.
Well, I mean, to be fair, water is in the name.
Yes, but it's supposed to taste like sweet water, and it does not to me. It just tastes like water. And if I want water, I won't buy it when I'm already paying for it at home.
But that's the problem I have with tomatoes. There's just no flavor.
Okay,
Not by itself.
that is a store-bought issue, not a tomato issue. If you home grow tomatoes, we are going way off on a tangent. But if you
Yeah, we'll probably have to
homegrown
edit this out.
tomatoes, they do actually have a flavor. I am not editing this out.
Y'all have to sit here through all of this.
If I'm saying it,
This
it's staying.
this is our thought process, okay? We don't have a train of thought. Our thought is like the old snake
We
game,
have an avalanche.
chasing after the yeah. We have
Just
no
discard
control
your
over
own
it,
thought.
and it just comes racing down the mountain at blinding speeds.
Yeah. So, or mudslide,
And
depending where you are.
you get to have all of it
Yeah.
because we can't control it.
This is why I told you we should start a podcast. But no, what are we talking about? Man, I'm leaving that in.
Clearly, the problem isn't what we would talk about; it's that we would never shut up.
I think that would be, yeah, I'd be editing hour-long recordings. And I'm not about the life. In fact, we're stopping this one here because it's gone on way too long.
Haha.
It's already 28 minutes, so we're leaving. Bye.
Bye. Subscribe, have a good time, bye.
I'm not gonna have a good time. Just because you asked me to.
I'm gonna have a great time because I'm going to bed.
Same.